from a coach's perspective, you see
It's the only perspective I can give you. but anyway.
you see them like this on both ends of the floor. How special was that for you?
It was great because you saw it. It was one of those games, that it was almost out of control with the way everybody was playing. Pick and rolls, running, spacing, grinding, exhausted. We pulled out to win. So you'll take that. We did a couple of good things down the stretch. I was so happy for Tyrese, just getting his legs, playing big minutes tonight. I think all those things were good.
What about the Montrezl doing best tonight?
He was great. We talk about being a star in your role every night, right? And he did exactly what his role said he should do. Be the low man on defense. And we talked about that all film because they're so quick. They're going to beat you off the dribble. And if the low man's not there, they're going to make layups. And I thought Trez got a charge, 4 blocks. He was there all night, and then we X'd out for him. So I was really happy with the way he played. And he just has great hands. Like, James really trusts. When he rolls, he comes up with the ball. And that's good for us.
And just the unit as a whole, should shake out double digits. I think George did. Trez.
Yeah, really, it was a lot of guys, 7 guys in double digits. I thought Shake, his numbers won't say it in some ways. I thought his minutes were huge tonight because he stayed aggressive. And that's what we got to keep our guys doing. You have James Harden on the floor, and he has the ball a lot. And tonight we were like, no, at the end of the game, we put the ball in Tyrese's hands. The one stretch with James on the floor, we had Shake with it. We have guards that can handle an attack, and we want them all doing it. And I thought tonight was a good sign because I thought they all did it.
Doc, there were a number of possessions down the stretch in the fourth quarter and overtime where Indiana tried to get James up on Halliburton with the switch, and he took care of business. What did you see there?
It was good. Even the last one where, I don't want to say, but, he stood in front of it. I mean, guy gave him 3 moves with that same thing. And, finally he got there, but then Tyrese came from the weak side. So I thought, it was funny. The league is very much over-scouted. Like, you really know tendencies. And I thought tonight might have been our single best night of taking guys off their tendencies. Halliburton wants to go right. Buddy Hield wants to go left, and they did that. I thought that was really good. That helped us defensively.
What was the thought process behind playing the smaller lineup to start the game?
I just think the way they play with their speed, I thought we could match it. So that's why we went that way.
I'm assuming you went away from it late just because, Trez.
Well, Trez was just so good, and he was giving us help on both ends. So I just thought he was the right guy.
You mentioned Tyrese kind of getting rolling. What maybe gave you what showed it early on? Is that okay?
Well, nothing. Honestly, he still didn't have his rhythm yet, but it's still coming. You could see that. He had a pick and roll late in the game where he came off and just passed the ball, and I was like, that is not what we call a pick and roll for, But it's coming. You can see it. It's coming. He'll be back very soon. Yeah, I think he got kneed in the thigh, calf. He got hit somewhere.
Now, you went with Matisse over Daniel House tonight. What was the thought process with that?
I've done that the last 2 or 3 games. I think Matisse is playing terrific defense, and it's really helped us. He's staying aggressive. Indiana was smart. They started trapping because they knew he was on the floor. That's why we had to get him off. But overall, he's been fantastic for us.
You've seen a lot of rookies have the poise that Mather did in the fourth quarter and overtime, but obviously you guys come out on top of him. But
he's tough. Tim, he's tough. It's funny. It was at one point because they were really just hunting guys to ISO. They kept using Halliburton and the Hill, and I was like, anybody but that kid. His first step is dynamic. We saw him the first game, but watching him tonight, he's going to be special.
I was looking to get downhill a lot. A few big dunks, and obviously didn't have his best shooting night, but how helpful is it for him?
It's huge for us. I mean, we drew up that first play in overtime. He got there, but, Turner does what he does. I thought that was a hell of a block by him. But him going downhill was big for us.
It feels like James in general, not just tonight, over the last few weeks, has stepped it up for him. The defensive end of the floor.
Absolutely.
In his hands, just what have you seen out of him?
He's trying. He's playing harder, and he has to. Like, when we talk about it as a group, not just with James, you can't all say you want to win, but don't want to do it on both ends. And James is doing that for us. Last 2 or 3 games, he's been great defensively, and that's what we need him to be.
You mentioned drafting, which is what do you take away from how you guys did against that?
We didn't handle it well at the beginning, but once we got the right guys out there, we scored twice and they took it off. So I think we handled it pretty well.
Do you expect Joel to be back by Friday?
I actually don't even know, Keith, honestly. I just knew he was missing the game tonight and literally didn't ask. So I can't even answer the question. Thanks, guys.
Just thank Jesus Christ for me being here and just being able to play this game, just being able to call it my job, take care of the ones that I love. But really, man, it's just a testament to my teammates. I go out there and just try to bring the energy, play the right way, and hope my teammates do a great job of feeding off me. I'm on the floor with a lot of great scores, a lot of guys who draw a lot of attention. So really it's just about doing the little things that get them open because I've been telling people this a lot of years, man. 9 times out of 10, I end up with the ball, man, once you get those guys open, especially with how well they score the ball. So.
Because you've been a habit of being right in the right spot for charges at the right time. What do you notice that kind of in your mind says, oh, I can get to this position?
Shit, I led the league in charges, man, for about a year. So it ain't nothing for a thought process. It's one of the things that I did for a long amount of time, especially when I was playing a good amount of minutes with Washington and went over to the Hornets. I led the league in charges. I think it was like me and Kyle Lowry. So it's just about the right basketball play, man, putting your body on the line. I'm not one of the most athletic guys in the world, man. I got a nice size wingspan, but it's a lot of times, man, just stepping in, putting your body on the line, being in the right place, and taking that hit, it reached the benefit of, that same thing of getting a block, So you just got to pick and choose of when you feel like you could do it, when you can get there and make sure you're in the right position. I had 2 of them tonight that was blocked, so I thought I was outside the lane. Both on my foot was just right on the line. So it's just about picking and choosing, man. Being in the right spot, rotating for your players, and make sure that you're paying attention to the floor, really.
When you have that kind of a game on both ends of the court, especially in a game like this one where they can run out your late, respond back, and you win in the overtime, for you to have that kind of impact on both ends, what's that mean for you?
I'm blessed, man. I'm still here playing this game of basketball, man. I had a lot of stuff transpire and take place at the beginning of the season, man. So just to be able to be out here and to play this game and still being able to call it my job is a blessing. I don't take any day for granted. It's a lot of ups, a lot of downs throughout the whole season, man. But I just try to stay even keel, make sure I get my work in, and just be a pro. I've been around a lot of great vets in the league for a while, and they taught me how to be a pro, whether I'm playing or whether I'm not playing. So.
What has started to click for you over the past three weeks as you've gotten pretty consistent time?
Just playing as hard as I can, man. Just doing all the little things that I know I can do. There's nothing no different from any of my other workouts, my regimens, any other way that I approach the game. I approach the game to play it like it's my last game. I leave it all out there and just play the right way because 9 times out of 10 the basketball guys reward that. So I don't try to go out there and try to prove nothing or, let anybody know, hey, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. No, it's just going out there playing the right way and, good things happen, really. That's the only way I know how to play basketball.
Doc obviously went back to you in crunch time just to be in that closing lineup, to play in those high-pressure moments. Just how did that feel for you tonight?
It's not my first time. I've been around Doc for a while now. I've spent a good amount of time with him in the Clippers. I've been in those same type situations when it came down to us having to get stops and having to, create on the offensive end to win games down there. So, like I said, I've been in this league for a long time, man. This is like my 8th year. I'm hoping to get the double-digit numbers and continue to keep going, man. But I don't take any year for granted, honestly, because, anything can happen. Injuries, anything outside of the game, man. Anything can happen to the point where I may not be here, but I'm blessed to be able to lace my shoes up every night, play the game of basketball, and be able to call it my job and take care of my loved ones. So I don't take any of that for granted.
With James in the pick and roll, is that kind of just a natural connection, or is that something you guys also have to work on?
More natural, but it's still things that you're going to have to work on. It's different ways that he wants screened and wants to be screened in certain aspects of the floor, different people that's guarding him. But honestly, bro, me, it's easy because, like I said, if I go up there and put myself in position to set a great screen and get him open, 9 times out of 10, I'm going to be the one that gets the ball out of that and be able to have to make a decision whether that's score the ball or make a pass to, a corner guy for a 3, man. So really it's just about, working in and being in those situations. constantly doing that with my trainer, Rico Hines, throughout the summer. I play all summer long with, in those situations of, pocket passes, making reads and, different type of reads from there. And honestly, man, I've just been around the league with a lot of great scorers. I've been in pick and rolls with Lou Williams. I've been in pick and rolls with Kawhi Leonard. I've been in pick and rolls with LeBron James. Like, it's a lot of great players that I've been in pick and rolls with, man, and every one of them is different. But nothing changes. If I set that screen on them, they draw a lot of attention to the point where I end up with the ball in my hand. So it's real simple for me.
Kind of alluded to it, but just the last couple seasons for you have been interesting, to say the least. Just what do you feel like you've learned during this time that kind of leads you to this team, this moment, kind of all that stuff?
Honestly, just don't take no day for granted. Any day could be taken from you. Anything could happen. You can find yourself in any type of situation, so you don't take it for granted. I'm blessed to be here in my 8th year in the NBA. A lot of guys would kill to be in my position. A lot of guys would kill to be where I'm at. So I know that coming in. I don't, like I said, take it for granted. I get my work in, whether I'm playing, whether I'm not. And I walk in and walk out of this building with a smile on my face, because at the end of the day, I'm playing a game of basketball to take care of my beautiful family, my kids, my loved ones. So I can't ask for nothing no better. I could go home and have to edit a lot of film like y'all. Ain't no telling how long y'all gonna be up editing these films. So I get to go home, ice, and sit down and watch a little TV and stuff now. So, like I said, man, I'm blessed and I don't take any day for granted.
More about the game. You've been being a star in your role. As someone who was willing to come off the bench throughout your career, how much pride do you take in that mindset?
A big amount, honestly. I like to, actually choose to come off the bench more so than start, because you get to see the game. You get to see how the refs are calling it in the beginning. You'll see if they're calling little ticky-tack fouls, or, how the pace of the game is going. And then you get to see where you could go in and impose your will and help the team in any areas that we need help in. So, honestly, I actually like coming off the bench a lot more. I actually was able to have to learn that mindset a little bit with my best friend Lou Williams, and he's a god at it, man. He's been doing it at this league and at this level for a long amount of time. So just being able to be around somebody like him and listen to the mindset of how to approach the game, whether it's coming off the bench or starting. But like I said, I'd rather choose coming off the bench, because like I said, being around him, he taught me a lot of those things to see in the game, as opposed to, oh man, I should be starting. Nah, man, it don't matter, man. The only thing that's different in the starting lineup is when the lights go out, they call your name out. That's it, brother.
It feels like you kind of emotional just on a nightly basis. Is that something you take pride in beyond kind of accidents?
Yeah, because I love this game, man. I love the game of basketball, brother. If you know me, Trez plays basketball all summer long, man. When the season's done, no matter how the season went, I take a week off. And after that, I'm right back to my training and right back to playing in all these leagues where I don't get paid to play in. I pay my own flights and I go out there and I play the basketball just because it's the love of the game. I love being able to play the game of basketball no matter where it's pickup, in the NBA, rec league, my AAU kids, man. I just love playing the game, man. I'm blessed to be able to do it. I'm blessed to be able to call it my job. So why not stay around it? Why not stick around it? Why not, continue to keep bettering myself in my game, man? Because I can't play this game forever. As much as I want to, as much as I would love to play it to, I'm done on this world, but I can't do that. So I don't take any time for granted. I haven't been on a vacation since I've been in the league. So every summer I literally play basketball. So as you can say, like I said, man, I love the game.
Thanks, Trez.
Yeah, have a good night, man.